Hey everybody, this is Cali and Sketchy's Garage. Tonight we're going to talk about last night's episode of Fastest in America. It was Team Cali versus Team Texas. We're just going to jump right into it. The first thing I want to talk about is the guys on Team Cali not really listening to Bodie. What I mean by that is it was several of them ran without even thinking about leaving early. It was almost like they was drag racing and waiting to see the green light, and everybody knows you can't do that. If you see green, you're way late. I don't know if it's a thing to where them guys are track racers or if they're street racers. To me, it looked like they're just guys that are usually the fastest car, and they always got that leeway or got that mentality, hey, I can run anybody down. But when you're going up against guys the caliber of the Texas guys, you just can't do that. To me, that's the sense that I got from it. But I don't know. I'd like to hear you guys' thoughts on that. The next thing I'm going to talk about is how much of it is a mental game out there. Them guys are out there for 3, 4, 5 weeks. You know that's got to take a toll on you. You're living out of a camper or you're living out of a hotel room. You can't escape the sound of a generator. A lot of people ask me why I always put music over my walk-arounds. Is because all you hear is generator. Anytime you walk around the car to do a closer look, that's all you hear is generator, and I just can't take it. And I know it's got to be wearing on them guys too. So to me, I know them guys, it's a real tough mental game. You can look at a lot of them. A lot of the people look real tired out there. So it's definitely very taxing. The next thing I want to talk about, does the size of the bet make for a better race? Does it make it more exciting? Me personally, I like the bigger bet. I kind of snicker every time some guys roll up there and they got $300,000 cars and they want to race for $300. I'm pretty sure they're not even paying for that pass most of the time. But that's just me. I don't know. That's just my feelings on it. Do you guys think Block overstepped last night? Got in the middle of some business he shouldn't have. I always hate like three-way bets, kind of like what they was doing, or stirring the pot, because it usually does end up in a fight. I don't know what he said to JJ, but evidently JJ didn't like it, and let Block know about it. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Do you think he stepped over, or you think he was just playing the game and people's feelings got hurt, or what happened? So next question, do you think these fights out there are fake? I hear that a lot in comments. Oh, that was a fake fight, or that's not real, that's scripted. The JJ and Block fight, I know wasn't fake, because a couple months ago I was just scanning through my Google feed, and I happened to see like the police incident report that someone filed. It was some little tiny newspaper that printed it up, and I was like, man, why did them two names sound familiar? And then I went back and looked and then figured it out. So that fight was definitely real. There was definitely a police incident report on it. But what about some of the other fights that's been on the Outlaws? You think they're fake, or you think they're real? I hear people say all the time, oh, they're just acting foolish. There's no way they act like that at the street races. But every street race I've ever been to has been loud. Most of the time there's a fight. Lots of time there's lots of big bets. Maybe it's different in your area, but in my area, the stuff they show on TV is really, really likely to happen. Who would be your guys' go-to driver on Texas if you had to travel across the country and do some street racing and some track racing? He was your driver. He was the one that was going to get you to the next town, get you to the next city, get your next meal, get your next room. Who would you want to be traveling with you? Me personally, I would go with Birdman. He seems like he's just clutch. He's not afraid to wheel it under good conditions, and definitely ain't afraid to wheel it under bad conditions. You tell me what you guys think. This is more off of the race night in America. They made the comment that the Corvette is one of the best street race cars ever. I heard that and I was like, well, that didn't come from a street racer. Or I feel that the Corvette's probably like the worst car to be a street race car, because One, you're rolling up in there, you're already trying to flaunt money. Two, if you get outran, you're going to get clowned because, oh, you got a Corvette, you're supposed to be fast. Three, you're just, I don't know, you're just drawing too much attention to yourself. Me personally, if I had a car that was a 8-second quarter-mile car and I had a choice between the Corvette and the Toyota Starlet, I'd take the Toyota Starlet every time because you're going to win more money with it, get bigger bets, better bets, more people's going to underestimate you. So I don't really know where that's coming from, but I don't think that came from someone with a street racing mind. And last thing I'm going to leave with you guys, I'm going to touch on this on another video at the end of the week. A lot of the 405 guys are going back to nitrous. Well, kinda. We'll talk about that later in the week. Y'all have a good day.